All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to your daily dose of awesome. Your life, 50 minutes of daily motivation, inspiration, and education, so you can get your day started right. I'm back, so I took a little bit of a 3-day hiatus there. Had some things to take care of. Gratefully, I have incredible people here at Elite Marketing Pro that got my back. You saw Kate's live on Wednesday, I believe. Where she just poured her heart out about taking responsibility for your business and giving people a reality check. It's probably been one of our most watched Daily Dose of Awesomes to date, so go check that out if you missed it. And then Hillary covering me on Thursday. Thank you so much, Hillary. You did an amazing job. And again, she also referenced Kate and a little bit of her personal journey. And so today I actually want to talk about a topic that was raised by somebody I deeply respect in the industry, a top income earner, a legend. Robert Blackman actually mentioned something on his Facebook profile, and it had to do with whether we should be branding ourselves as a hedge or to protect against a company failing. And it was actually a pretty good discussion on his thread, and I think people may have misunderstood his post. He was specifically talking about people using, using a company failing as a reason to create a personal brand. So I'm going to actually address that topic because I think it's important to talk about, and also discuss more broadly why it is we are actually branding ourselves, and it's not what a lot of people may think, it's not the reason why a lot of people may think we're doing it. So, well, with that said, if you don't know who I am, my name is Ferny. I'm a lead generation and online marketing expert, specializing in helping home business owners, that's network marketers, affiliate marketers, direct sellers, multiply their incomes using the internet. I built my first 6-figure network marketing business within a couple of years of discovering the online methods we teach here at Elite Marketing Pro. And over the past 10 years, I've personally been responsible for over $15 million in gross income into my home businesses, and have helped our clients produce hundreds of millions of dollars more collectively in their businesses as well. So what we do and teach works. In fact, anyone that's doing attraction marketing, online branding, building, creating, brands around social media and blogging and funnels. Essentially, the seed was planted by our community here over 10 years ago, and that sprouted all these incredible people that have gone on to impact this industry. And Robert actually is one of the people that have influenced me, and so I want to kind of again address his comment, because I think he was actually pretty spot on, and I surprisingly, people might be surprised when I read the quote that I actually agree with him. So with that said, I want to make sure that I am live and you guys can see me. Hold on a second. There we go. What's up, everybody? I am live and you guys can see me. Hello. What's up, John? Hello, Shannon Fusano, all the way from Japan. Sally, Jaroslaw. Okay, awesome, guys. Well, comment. Let me know where you're coming from. So you guys, let me know that you're here, and let me know where you are dialing in from or watching from. Not really dialing in. You're not on a phone. Now, if you're new to our training, I highly recommend you subscribe to these daily lives. You can get them Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. We have expert trainers come on. Last month we've had 7-figure earners almost every single day coming on to do training and provide value for you guys in the network marketing space and direct selling space, but more importantly, people that are doing it online. We are all about building and helping people build online, and so definitely subscribe. There should be a button somewhere under this video, or you can actually click on the video and go through the menu options to subscribe, or just go to our fan page and do it there, and you get a little ping on your phone whenever we go live. And if you want to ignore it and watch it later, you can do that as well. So with that said, let's hop right into the content, because I think it's a very important thing to discuss and make sure that people are not operating out of fear with regards to building their business online and creating a personal brand online. So guys, make sure, let me know where you guys are coming from. Let me know where you're dialing in from. People are rolling in, so let me know where you're watching from. And person with the farthest, if you're dialing in from the farthest reaches of the world, I'll give you some brownie points. So, with that said, so Robert did a post on his personal profile. So I'm friends with Robert on Facebook. I've met him a few times. I've followed him for my entire career. Incredible legend, especially a pioneer in using direct response marketing with network marketing. And so his quote on his profile was said, "If you are so afraid to attach yourself to your company's brand, and you are trying to brand yourself in order to protect yourself from your company possibly failing one day, maybe you should find another company to align yourself with." The top 100 earners in network marketing, what do? Are they hustling with personal branding videos, or are they spending the majority of their time building up their people? So, food for thought. So that was Robert's quote. And at face value, he might seem like he's railing against building a brand. Obviously, Robert has built a brand, so how could he be railing against building a brand if he's created one himself? I don't even know what company Robert's in. I don't even know what company he's been involved in over the past 10 years. But I do know him, and I do respect him as a teacher in this space. So it's not a railing against branding as I understood it. And he's absolutely right. You should not be building a personal brand as a hedge against your company possibly failing one day. That it only comes into a consideration if you're actually making money first and foremost, if you're actually a top earner. And we've all heard the horror stories because they're like, they come out in our media of issues with the FTC, with Herbalife, Vima getting shut down, Nerium going through a battle between the CEO and the board members, and these are Vima and Nerium were considered strong companies, but obviously things didn't go well. But by far the majority of companies are not bothered by the FTC at all. So the chances that your company is going to get shut down because of something going on that it's out of your control is not likely. It's a small consideration, but it's not likely. So it's not the reason you should be building a brand and kind of like hedging, building a brand and creating a more independent presence. That's not the reason. So if you guys are getting what I'm saying right now, and if you agree that the reason you should be building a brand is not because your company might go out of business one day, drop me a number one if you guys got that point, if you agree. It might be a tiny consideration in the back of your head, but really the chances of that happening are not it. And obviously the reason you should be building a brand are a few big reasons. First and foremost, as I've discussed, as I've taught, as it relates to the cash flow quadrant as it originally was meant to be taught by Keith Cunningham, who's actually Rich Dad. He was Robert Kiyosaki's mentor. He taught the cash flow quadrant to Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki used the cash flow quadrant as a way to divide people and categorize people. You're either an employee, you're self-employed, you're a business owner, or you're an investor, and so you're left side bad, right side good. Whereas Keith Cunningham was created the cash flow quadrant as a way to define and categorize the skill sets that somebody needs to have in order to operate in one of the quadrants. But it doesn't mean that any one of the quadrants is bad. It doesn't mean that being an employee is bad. If you're making a ton of money and you're happy, why is that a bad thing? It doesn't mean, if you're a basketball player, you're a contract employee, but you're still making millions of dollars, so why is that a bad thing? Michael Jordan was an E and now he's a B, but he had to acquire different skills to be a B. Michael Dell and Warren Buffett, they're employees of their companies, they're business owners of their company, they're investors of their company, so they operate in three quadrants. They move depending on what they're doing at any given time. So none of those things are bad. However, as I've discussed, as an employee, as a network marketer, as a distributor in a company, you're not a business owner. In terms of the cash flow quadrant definition, you're not a business owner. You're at best self-employed. More likely, you're a contract employee because you don't own anything. You don't own the product. You don't own the company. You don't control the decisions that are made in the company. You basically are hustling, building an organization, and compensating on the amount of volume you move through that organization. So you're at best, you're worse a contract employee. At best, you're self-employed. You're definitely not a business owner because you don't control things. You don't control the systems strictly as a distributor. And that's not to say that being a networker making millions is a bad thing. It's just about being aware of where you're at. And so the reason you build a brand is because you want to actually move into the B quadrant. You want to own a part of your business. You want to own your business. You want your brand to be the business, and your network marketing company to be a portion, a part of the business, a key part of the business, obviously, because a lot of income can come from that. But it's not the entire business. You can create a following on social media. You create a following through your email list. You can start creating training programs so you can impact the industry at large. That following is not to protect against your company failing. It's to actually have an actual business should anything happen with the relationship you have with your company. It's so, and then also the reason to build a brand is because people need to understand that people join you and your company second. So the reason people are going to join you is because they see value in aligning themselves with you. Otherwise, if it was just about your company, they can join anyone that's advertising with that particular company online, and it wouldn't make a difference. So obviously the company is a secondary factor, and that's part of your brand. Some of you have horrible brands because you have no credibility. You've been losers in life, and you're getting started in network marketing for the first time. And guess what? It's going to take you time to build up that brand and credibility. And so when building your brand, when you're building your business online, when using social media, and even Eric Worre is now teaching this through his social media training, you aren't attaching yourself to your company brand in attempts to promote your business doesn't work. Now, do you eventually tell people what business you're in? Of course you are. But what you actually want to do online is you want to lead with the value that you are providing the industry. If you guys are getting this, if you feel I'm speaking the truth, drop me a number 2. If you disagree, drop me a number 3. I want to see some dissenters here too. If you're here, but drop me a number 2 if you agree with what I just said. The reason you build a brand is because you actually want to own your business, and also you want people to join you. You be the primary reason people are joining, and not necessarily just your company. Now, again, building the strategy for building online happens to be that you don't want to lead with your company, because then you become a commodity. When you're somebody that can demonstrate that you can help people, whether you've helped people make money, whether you help them lose weight, whether you made their skin, more beautiful because of the products you have, or you help them develop more energy, or whatever it is, when you post about the things you've done for other people who want that result will reach out to you. That's why you don't want to lead with your company, because you want to focus on the result you're producing in people's lives with your messaging. And then, of course, after people reach out to you, you definitely want to say, well, this is the company I align with because they've provided me the products to help all these people. And that happens afterwards. Bottom line is, people care about what you can do for them, and the guidance you can help give them in achieving their goals. They're new to this product. They're new to this product line that your company has. You're essentially their guide, the expert that's going to guide them through effectively using this product line or effectively using this comp line in order to be successful. Now, here's what's more likely to happen as it relates to your relationship with your company. And this is, I've seen this happen a lot. So it's not something that's rare, like a company going out of business. What's more likely to happen is, as you start building your online brand, as you start venturing out to actually be a business owner as opposed to a self-employed or contract employee, which is where most network marketers, even top income earners are at, what's most likely to happen as you build your brand is that if your company is really old school, they're going to feel threatened by the fact that you're doing this, and they're going to try to corral you and try to control you. And a prime example was, I just talking to a top income earner in a very well-established older company yesterday, and she said that she's trying to start to build her brand, and she did a post on her personal profile that basically was reaching out to her fellow networkers in the industry and saying, hey, if you're in network marketing, I'd love to know what company you're in. Let me know what company you're in. I'd love to hear, the diversity that exists in our space. And so people were commenting, I'm with so-and-so company, their products are great, blah, blah, blah. And it's just this big thread. And then the next day she gets a letter from her company saying, hey, don't do that. Don't post stuff on social media because you're promoting other companies. It's like, wow. It's like, talk about insecurity with a company where you can't even ask a fellow networker what company they might be with. And so that's what an old school company is. That's like an extreme example of what an old school company would do, is that they'll try to corral you and control you, because the bottom line is they actually control your social media profile. If you're a top earner in a company that's old school, it is their legal opinion that they actually own your personal profile, because they've given you the exposure, to be able to influence people. And so if you're influence people in a way that they don't agree with, and they're going to kind of bring the hammer down. So that's what's more likely to happen if you're with a old school network marketing company. Now if you're with a more progressive network marketing company that's not insecure, then building a brand and building your own business and doing other stuff is not going to bother them, as long as you aren't cross recruiting into another deal or being swarmy in that way. So if you guys find it ridiculous that a company would send somebody a warning letter for posting for asking other networkers in their sphere of influence what company they're with, drop me a number 4. Give me a number 4 if you find that as a ridiculous thing to do as a company, because really that's an insecure company. And so here's the thing, and in Robert's quote, he also mentioned personal branding videos. I actually agree. I don't see the point of a personal branding video until you've actually achieved a high level of success. And I don't even know what exactly he means by a personal branding video. I don't even know what. I mean, people can have a different definition of a personal branding video. To me, the videos that would matter for you to do, if you're going to be doing Facebook Lives, do Facebook Lives that add value to people's lives, that teach them something that's going to help them from where they're at to where they want to be. So do lives not for personal branding purposes, but do lives that teach people and help people grow in their lives. And so that's, for me, that's what you should be doing if you're going to be doing any type of video. If you're going to be doing Facebook Lives or anything else. And of course, I know Robert gets this because he has a huge online presence and done a lot of videos, and so, but he's adding value to those videos. He's not doing it as an ego thing. He's like, look at me, I'm awesome. Here's my personal brand. That's kind of ridiculous. You're doing Facebook Lives. You're doing these videos to add value and also showcase what it is you are able to do for other people. The reason I'm doing this live right now is because there are dozens of people on this live watching right now who I've personally impacted in their business, who I've helped. And my goal is to help many more people. I've helped thousands of people over my 10-year career discover online strategies for building their businesses. And so I want to do more of that. I want to expand my audience and help more people find these strategies. So that's why I do this video, not to create a personal brand and that. I create a video because I want to help people. I want to show them what I can do, showcase my expertise, not for an ego thing, but so that they will want to work further with me in whatever deal I'm in. If you're getting that, if you're doing videos because you want to help people, you want to be able to demonstrate how it is you get them from here to a place they want to be. Drop me a number 6 if you're currently doing that right now in your business. So, but I also want to say that essentially the bottom line is that branding and supporting your team and hustling with your team do not have to be mutually exclusive. You don't have to either choose between branding or building your team, even if you're brand new. Obviously, we've seen what Angel and Ryan Fletcher, who spoke at the No Excuses Summit, Nadia and John Melton, who also spoke at the No Excuses Summit, do. They're building a massive online brand. And every single day, John and Angel and Ryan and Nadia are hustling to support their teams. So those things are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they use video as a way to communicate with their team and further train their team as they continue to go and make an impact in this industry. And so I'm going to close with a quote from my mentor, close mentor, Keith Cunningham, who is Rich Dad. He's the innovator of the cash flow quadrant that was later taught by Robert Kiyosaki, and Robert kind of twisted it a little bit to create polarization in the marketplace. And you might actually like the fact that Robert did that he created that polarization, because it motivated you further to want to kind of get out of the rat race and stop being an employee. But the original spirit of the cash flow quadrant was not about saying being an employee is a bad thing. And to that point, Keith Cunningham has a quote. He says, "Choose the genius of and rather than the tyranny of or." So rather than choose between two things, figure out a way to do both, to incorporate both in your business and marriage them. It doesn't have to be either or. And the spirit of the cash flow quadrant for him is that and means that that businesses need employees. They need contract labor who are self-employed. They need, obviously, the business owners who own the company and run the company. They need investors, ultimately. So the cash flow quadrant works together. And similarly, building a brand, essentially building a business that's independent, or at least farther reaching than your distributorship can be. It's an and thing. It doesn't have to be either or. And so I'm gonna finish by amending this Robert Blackman's statement, because this is really how I feel. And so I'm gonna amend his statement or change it into something I truly believe that people should reflect on and have some food for thought over. If you are so afraid to brand yourself or build your business online because your company might shut down your distributorship, then maybe you should find another company to align yourself with. That's where I personally come from. I believe in being aligned with companies that are friendly to what we're doing online, because guess what? This is the future. Those companies are going to need to adapt eventually to allow people to build online. And so rather than wait for your company to get there, maybe you should be thinking, maybe I should be aligning myself with a company that does. And I don't have a company to recommend. You're going to have to find that, go through that journey yourself. But that's food for thought for you. If you find that statement helpful, if you're so afraid to brand yourself and build online because your company might shut your distributorship down, maybe you should find another company to align yourself with. Drop me a number 7. Let me know if that's something that resonates to you as at that level. And if you disagree with that statement, drop me a number 8. I want to see some 8s. I haven't seen anyone disagree with me. So, but if you agree with that, drop me a number 7. And that's how I'll close. Thank you, Allison, Teresa, Jonas, Natasha, Tracy, Jill. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being on. Thank you for supporting our people who are doing Daily Dose of Awesome over this past month while I was gone, this past week when I missed a few days. I want to be more consistent doing this, but I won't always be on. But know that whenever I can't make it, I'm going to have some pretty incredible people fill in for me. And so we have an incredible week coming up, Daily Dose of Awesome. If you want to learn more about what we do here at Elite Marketing Pro, go to elitemarketingpro.com, sign up for your online recruiting bootcamp, or download our social media recruiting guide so you can start learning the fundamentals of taking your business online, building a brand, not because you're afraid your company might fail, but because you actually want to become a business owner. Take care, everybody. Have an awesome day. Thank you so much, everybody. And we will see you on Monday. Take care.